You definitely know that you haven't worn your shoes for a while if there's cobwebs in them. Okay, today I am actually doing a declutter video which isn't related to perfume. I'm actually going to go through my shoes. I had a bit of an obsession with shoes for a while because I have really bad feet. I've had bunions since I was 5, so they're genetically formed. They weren't formed from bad shoes. So I've always had a lot of difficulty and a lot of pain in my feet. And consequently, when I became an adult and old enough to buy my own stuff, I became really obsessed with shoes because I wanted to find a way to make my feet look pretty because they are very wide and deformed. I have a lot of shoes to get rid of. I've already kind of separated them into 2 piles, but the keep pile is probably still bigger than I would like it to be. So I think that's why I want to film this, because I think I want to talk myself through it and, you know, work out, you know, what really needs to stay and what really doesn't need to stay. So, okay, well, I think I'll start with the declutters and then we'll move on to the hard stuff, which is working out what needs to still go out of the keep pile. Okay, so the first pair of shoes that is going, in fact, I've already tried to sell these on eBay unsuccessfully. I don't know why, I think they're beautiful. This is a pair of Sigerson Morrison shoes. They have a lovely lucite detail in the heel. Surprisingly fairly comfortable given that they're very, very high, but just really not too practical for Brisbane, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm happy to wear heels still occasionally, but this height is probably a bit much for me. So the next pair is actually a pair of shoes from Shoes of Prey. If you have been in, you know, shoe shopping over the past few years, you may have come across this Australian startup where you could design your own shoes online and, you know, they would obviously make them and send them out to you. Being that they were an Australian company and given that I loved the idea of being able to customize my shoes, and they were really good and fairly consistent too, actually. But then after a few years, things changed and their wide fit no longer was as wide, and, you know, the vamp on the shoes was a lot smaller, and so they didn't fit quite as well. But I'm rambling. In any case, you'll notice in this presentation that I have several shoes from Shoes of Prey, and I am decluttering quite a few of them today. I generally found them to be decent quality. They weren't super high quality, but they were pretty good, and it was just fun being able to design your own shoes.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through.
This is a pair that I'm not sure of getting rid of, but I think I'm decluttering them. These are really great. I actually had a pair of these before. It's a bit hard to see, but they have a patent leather detail on them across the toe. They're just a pointed hip toe. Great for work. As I said, this is my second pair of these. But the second pair, I think they've made it a bit higher at the heel, so it actually digs into the back of my foot. And so I've decided that even though they're practically brand new, I'm going to declutter them, I think. Is it just me? But I just feel like, and I don't know if it's just 2020 or just that I'm getting older, but I just don't have the patience to wear in shoes anymore. I'm astounded really how much pain I was willing to put up with for the sake of looking pretty. I did actually wear these quite a lot, but the Problem is, every time I wear them, I get blisters on the heel. It's a shame because they're fantastic otherwise. And I loved them. They were so funky because of the stripes. The next pair, this is the only pair of this brand that I will declutter. This is a fantastic brand. They're an Australian brand. And I don't think that they sell overseas though. But if you're Australian and you have trouble with shoes, then this brand is fantastic. Although this particular pair of shoes didn't work for me, but I have several pairs that I'm keeping, which they're just amazing. They're called Frankie 4 and they're designed by podiatrists. They have all these different inserts and stuff that they sell with the shoes. So if you've got a really narrow foot, they have a full length insert that you can put in there. If you have a really wide foot, you can put the half insert in and create a bit more space in the toe. Their shoes are so comfortable. It's amazing. I can't believe how comfortable their shoes are. For the most part, I think most of the styles that they have are very practical. And as I said, I do have several pairs that I'm keeping. But this particular pair, you would think that these would be really, really comfortable, but there is just something about this, the way that maybe where the seams are or something inside here that just didn't work for me, which is really rare because for the most part, Frankie 4 shoes do not rub. Okay, so this is a pair of Fendi heels that I bought, I think at Barney's when I was in New York. They had a massive shoe sale on. I was there in the summer, just when all the sales were on. I didn't plan it that way, it just happened. And I bought these for a steal, and I've obviously worn them a couple of times, but they did rub a little bit on the toe for me because my feet are so wide. So I decided I'm decluttering them, but they're just really funky and cool, and I love the pink. Another pair of Shoes of Prey shoes. I love these shoes, but I can't wear them because the heel is too high now and I just can't wear this sort of heel anymore.
I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't.
Look, I've almost decluttered these so many times and I haven't, and I just could never bring myself to do it, but I'm doing it. Okay, so this is I think a Brazilian brand, and I've found the Brazilian shoes to be really good for me in terms of fit. They generally do really fit really nicely, but this particular pair, again, just cuts me a little bit on the toe. But how gorgeous are they? And you can tie the little scarfy bit at the back with a bow, or you can wrap it around your ankle and there's a strap there as well. But they are just so pretty. This is a pair that does make me sad because I think I've worn them once, but they were just too narrow. Probably my favorite pair of Shoes of Prey shoes that I designed. I was really proud of these shoes, but yeah, they are way too high. I cannot wear them. Okay, so that's it so far for the shoe declutters. I'm going to move all of these down here and then I'll start, I guess, going through the ones that are currently in the keep or maybe pile. So I'll start with the ones that I know I'm definitely keeping because I know that I wear them. So in fact, they're not even in boxes because I wear them so regularly. First pair are a pair of Frankie 4s. They're very dirty at the moment. I need to clean them, so please excuse that. I got caught in the rain last week with these on. I actually have a backup pair of this particular shoe because they've discontinued this design. They're so cute. Every time I wear them, not every time, but quite a few times when I've worn these, I've been asked if they're Valentinos because they kind of look like Valentinos, but they're not. And they definitely didn't cost the price of Valentinos, and they're probably way more comfortable. I have the same shoe, but in navy leather. I bought from Everlane just last year. I liked the look of the orange and they're flat and they're quite comfortable because they're fabric. So these are a pair of really pretty heels that I bought in Spain. The brand is French, but they had a store near the hotel where we were staying in Barcelona, and I walked past this store every day that we were there, and I really wanted to go in. And finally, literally on the very last day, I think we were actually on our way to the airport, we were going to catch a cab, and I said I really need to go into that shoe store. So I did, and bought a pair of shoes. This is a pair of boots that I bought in Australia, but I wore in Spain, and I trashed them because we got caught in the rain so much. And so I need to take them to the cobbler, and they need some TLC for sure, but they are so comfortable and they're flat, so they're really good for traveling, and they just pull on. They're so easy to deal with. Here I have a pair of boots that are entirely impractical for Brisbane, but I'm keeping them because they're brand new. They're après boots because we went to Japan skiing last year, although Poppy had a bit of a chew on one of the heels when she was a very young puppy last year, and I was a bit mad about that, but it was my fault because I didn't put them out of her reach. Another pair that I didn't put out of Poppy's reach, so she got to them, but I love them, so I'm not getting rid of them, are just these black zip-up, flat, suede boots. I don't know, they have buttons up the side, and she chewed the top button. So I think actually I might just paint it black or something to cover up the chew marks, because I think once it's black it'll just blend back in. But anyway, I'll see what I can do to fix it. Okay, here is the last pair of boots, I guess you could say, is just another pair of ankle boots, Frankie 4s. I actually just bought these a few weeks ago, so very, very comfortable, have worn them several times already. They're really just, just a standard ankle boot. I don't know what else to say about them, but they're very, very comfortable and very, very well made. Gym shoes, keeping those for obvious reasons. Oh, these, surprisingly, I do wear these, although they look hideous when I'm going to show you and you're going to laugh, but they're sandals have been made out of shoelaces. So I bought these in South Africa when I was there, and I just bought them at a local market, and I just thought it was so cool. And I have seen shoes like this elsewhere since, but when I bought these back in, when was it, 2011 or something, I'd never seen anything like it, where they've used old shoelaces to create another shoe, which I thought was really cool. So comfortable too. They don't rub. They kind of have a little bit of stretch in them, not too much, but just enough to sort of mold to your feet. They're fantastic. And I think they cost me like $2. The last pair of heels is just a pair of black stilettos. These are Edward Miller shoes. They're very nice. They're probably just a little bit high for me to be able to wear for any lengthy period of time, but they're just a standard black stiletto. I think I need one pair of sort of standard shoes in my wardrobe. Even though I can't wear these all day long, they're not the type of shoe I would wear to work because I don't want to be on my feet, and I don't want to walk to the bus stop and stuff like that in them. So last but not least, steel cap boots. Obviously not decluttering them because you don't have steel cap boots unless you need them. They're very clean because these are brand new ones that I bought last year or the year before? Year before. And I've worn them only 3 times, but I have cleaned them because I was traveling and I didn't want to put dirty boots back in my suitcase, so I cleaned them before I did that. So that's why they look so pristine, and also because they are pretty much new. But I do have a very crotchety old pair under the house that have definitely seen better days. They've been covered in acid and all sorts of disgusting things, so they are being thrown out, obviously. But I'm not bringing them up here because I just don't want them inside my house. In any case, in case I show you a layout of all the shoes that I'm keeping and you see these and go, hang on, you didn't tell us about those, that's my last pair. So definitely keeping them. Now I think I'm getting into the realm of shoes that I don't necessarily wear that much, but I just can't bring myself to get rid of them yet, or if ever. So I guess these are my maybes that I'm sort of getting into now. These shoes, okay, are by a brand called Carmen Steffens. They're a Brazilian brand. I think I mentioned earlier that Brazilian shoes seem to work really well for my feet. They seem to be just a slightly wider fit. And, oh, that bit's coming off. Great. These are, oh, I think it's got spider webs in them. You definitely know that you haven't worn your shoes for a while if there's cobwebs in them. Literally. Wow, that's that's hilarious. Okay, so I just love them. Look at them. They're just so beautiful. I don't wear them that much anymore because, well, partly it's because all of the lining, I've worn them so much that all of the lining is disintegrating. I might have to take them to a cobbler and see what they can do to maybe fix them, because I stopped wearing them because I didn't want to destroy them, basically, because I love them so much. The heel, even though it's a wedge heel, it is more comfortable, but it is still quite high. So I used to be able to wear these everywhere, all day long. I used to wear them to work. For going out shoes, they're perfect because I can happily wear them for 3 or 4 hours, no problem, being on my feet the whole time. But again, I'm trying to preserve them, so so I've stopped wearing them. All right, this is another pair of shoes that I bought in that Barney's sale. Oh, I really like them. I don't wear them that much, but maybe I should just try to wear them because they're not uncomfortable. I really like them a lot. They do fit me perfectly. So yeah, I'm keeping them. These are from the same company. This is Carmen Steffens again. So these are the same brand as the rainbow pink wedges that I just showed you earlier. Again, really comfortable. Probably not as comfortable as them because they've got this stiletto heel, obviously. So I don't wear them as much. But they are just so well made. They're beautifully made. And I mean, even the buckle on here, I don't know, it's really high quality. It's really sturdy. I mean, I've had these shoes now for, oh my gosh, I think I've had them for 11 years. That's how long I've had these shoes. I bought them in 2010, but they are just so well made and they're just gorgeous. Look at the detail on these Carmen Steffens shoes. They're the type of shoe in my closet where I look for opportunities to wear them, whereas a lot of the other heels that I've already decluttered, you know, I would think about them and then I just go, no, I don't want to wear those because they're too uncomfortable. So the next pair I actually bought in 2019 and I have not worn them yet. It was just unfortunate timing, I think, because I think I bought them towards the end of 2019. Then we moved house, so I was kind of distracted with unpacking and getting the house set up. And then we went away on holiday and then we came back and it was COVID. So that's kind of the only reason I haven't worn them. It's not because, you know, I didn't like them. But I tried them on last night and they fit really nicely and I really like the size of the heel. They're just a rust suede colour. So I'm going out to lunch today and this is my outfit. So I think I might wear these today. I'm just sort of wearing this white top, the linen jacket and some jeans. So I might wear them today and see how they go. And if they're uncomfortable, then I can declutter them as soon as I get home. The next pair is a pair of Manolos, which again I bought in the Barney's sale. So I bought a lot of shoes at that sale. They were so well priced. I think these were down to $150. But when you think about the fact that normally you pay in Australian dollars probably $1,000 or more for a pair of Manolos, And these have had very good wear. I do wear these. I wear these a lot because they just go so nicely with a pair of jeans. But admittedly, I do only wear them when I know I'm not going to have to be on my feet a lot. So, you know, I can't walk for hours in them or anything like that. I do have one more pair of Manolos here, which are totally impractical, but I can't bring myself to get rid of them. And I do wear them, but again, I will only wear them when I know I don't have to be on my feet for very long. But look at these. So you can see that my style of shoe is, I love a really simple outfit and really standout shoes, but these are just, they're just gorgeous. Okay, so they're all the maybes. So they're kind of the ones that I don't wear that much, but I just can't bring myself to get rid of them yet. Okay, clean hands. All right, so yeah, that's it. So I feel like I have decluttered a lot of shoes. I've decluttered over more than half of my shoe wardrobe. Okay, so I did just go through all of the shoes, and actually it turns out that I haven't decluttered more than half. I've decluttered 25 pairs of shoes today. I'm still keeping 27 pairs, but I still have a lot of shoes, and I feel like I really need to just sit with this as it is for a little while. And come to terms with this, and who knows, maybe this time next year or maybe in 6 months' time, all of those beautiful heels that I couldn't part with, but I know that I rarely wear, I will decide to get rid of. But I'm okay with this. I mean, there's still a lot here, but I'm okay with it. It's much more manageable than it was before. That is my shoe declutter. Hope you got something out of it, or at least, you know, background noise for while you're cleaning the house or something. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left.